Our self-esteem depends on how we see our qualities. If we are rich, tall, and healthy and think that these features are positive, our self-esteem will be high. If we are alone, poor and sick, and think that these features are negative, our self-esteem will be low. People often think these values are fixed, but history shows they are not. Long ago, having fair skin was good because it meant a higher social status. Nowadays, being tan is seen as positive. This shows that what we value in ourselves can change. Values can shift when things are connected. If we link a bad quality with a good one, the bad one seems better. Marketing uses this idea with testimonials to make products look good. We want to do the same for our negative qualities that bring down our self-esteem. So, we made some videos pointing out common negative qualities. For each one, there's a list of people who share it. Knowing that we are not alone may help to render them less negative and more tolerable. Enjoy watching and learning. Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Edward Lawrence, 1888 to 1935, known under the pseudonym Lawrence of Arabia, was a British secret agent, military officer, archaeologist, and writer. He is remembered for being one of the leaders of the Arab Revolt during the First World War. For his military activity he was decorated with the Legion of Honor. It was never clear whether he was homosexual or not, said Jeremy Wilson, a biographer of Lawrence. He appears never to have had any relationship with anyone. He developed a flagellation disorder in later life, possibly as a result of male rape. Florence Nightingale, 1820 to 1910, was a British nurse known as the Lady with the Lantern. She is considered the founder of modern nursing, as she was the first to apply the scientific method through the use of statistics. She also proposed a new organization of field hospitals. The selfless, heroic efforts of Nightingale and her team of nurses helped save the lives of numerous soldiers during the Crimean War. After the war, she was rewarded by the Queen for her unending efforts and compassion. Soon after, Nightingale helped fund St. Thomas Hospital and opened the Nightingale Training School for nurses. Having devoted so much time to helping others, Nightingale never married and is believed to have been asexual. Leonardo di Ser Piero da Vinci, 1452 to 1519, was an Italian inventor, artist, and scientist. Man of genius and universal talent of the Renaissance, he fully embodied the spirit of his era, bringing it to the greatest forms of expression in the most disparate fields of art and knowledge. He was in fact a scientist, philosopher, architect, painter, sculptor, draftsman, essayist, set designer, anatomist, botanist, musician, engineer, and designer. Elizabeth Abbott, in her History of Celibacy, contends that, although Leonardo was probably homosexual, the trauma caused by an accusation of sodomy converted him to celibacy for the rest of his life. A similar view of a homosexually inclined but chaste Leonardo was shared by Sigmund Freud, who analyzed a memory Leonardo described of having been attacked as a baby by a bird of prey that opened his mouth and stuck me with the tail inside my lips again and again. Freud claimed the symbolism was clearly phallic, but argued that Leonardo's homosexuality was latent. Catherine of Siena, 1347 to 1380, a lay member of the Dominican order, was a mystic, activist, and author who had a great influence on Italian literature and the Catholic Church. Canonized in 1461, she is also a doctor of the Church. At 7 Catherine made a vow of virginity, and her days were not dedicated to children's plays, but to prayer, penance, and fasting. She reduced food and sleep, abolished meat and ate raw herbs and fruits. At age 12, while young Catherine wished to enter the Dominican order, her parents wanted her to marry, but she reacted strongly. She cut her hair, covered her head with a veil and shut herself up in the house. Then, one day the father saw a dove hovering over his daughter in prayer, and accepted her choice.